Now let us create the remaining sockets. So let's go back to the skeleton for the character Silva. I want to add the rifle to the back of the character if the character is already holding the pistol. So we don't want to add the pistol to the hand of the character if the character is already holding a weapon. So let's go back to, let's say, for example, the pistol and animation. So just select one of them. Let's just select this one, idle one. And again, I'm going to pause it at the first frame. I'm going to add it as a socket here to the back for the rifle. So I'm going to add the rifle on the back if they are not holding it. So I'm just going to click on, if you're not sure what bone to use, you can always click on character bones and then show all the hierarchy. And then you can try to choose the best bone that you can see here on the player that will fit. So for example, you can choose the spine 2 or you can choose the spine 3, and I think I will choose the spine 3. So we can choose the spine 3, right click, add a socket. And I'm going to call this one is weapon back. So the weapon is going to be here on the back. Let's right click again, add a preview mesh, and let's just add the AK, or called KA47 actually. Let's select this one and let us just rotate this weapon. I'm going to hold or select this snapping tool, and I'm going to rotate 90 degrees this way. I'm going to move it outwards and just try to place the weapon as you like. There's not really an answer for what is correct or not. So whatever game you're trying to do, try to do it your way, your style. So you can always drag it to the back of the character. If you wish, you can always tilt it like this to make it look better, and just place it on the back of the character as best as you can, and maybe something like that. I think that is looking good. I can move it up just slightly. Okay, so I think this looks good. So if you just play an animation to make sure everything is good and everything is snapping. So if you just make a run animation, for example, run front right unarmed, you can go ahead and play the animation, and I can click on character bones and select it only to remove all of the bones so I can see what it actually looks like. And it looks like that. Okay, so everything is looking correct. The weapon is moving with the body as well. I can also select it, remove attached, and I can select the AR4 just to see what it will look like if they're holding that instead. Okay, everything is looking good. And yeah, so that is attached to the player now. We can right click and remove all attached. So the second thing I want to add now, let's go back to the idle and let's select one of them. For example, the pistol idle. I'm going to pause it in the front one. So what I want to do is I want to add the pistol to the side of the character when they are holding the rifle. So this one was for the rifle. The other one here is for the pistol. So for this one, again, you can click on the character bones, all hierarchy, and you can select a bone here that fits. For example, this one, and this is the thigh. So we're going to create it here, the thigh right click, add a socket, and call this one is weapon thigh, just like that. And go ahead and right click this one, attach a preview asset and select the pistol, this one. And just like before, I'm going to add the snapping tool, and I'm going to rotate it this way. For example, let me move it forward as well. And for the pistol, when you realistically place it here, it's going to actually be on the opposite side. So something like that instead. And I'm going to rotate it. If you wish, you can rotate it somehow and try to place it as best as you can. Now, realistically, if it was a player designed for this game, I would not place this one here. So we could actually place the pistol here. But we can try to place it under this bag as best as we can and try to move it outward a bit. You can also move it or rotate it this direction and try to place it as best as you can on the thigh of the character. So I think this looks good now. And if you just save everything and let's just try to have the run animation again, just select one of them. For example, run front pistol. And if you just play it, now you can see it here. Now character, I'm going to select bones, select only so I can remove the bones. And here is the pistol when you run with it. Okay, so that is attached to the thigh. We can now stop this animation, and I can right click the S pistol, or not S pistol, the thigh one, if I can find it here, this one down here. I can right click, remove all attached assets, and remember to copy this as well for the other skeleton. So if I just double click here and I open up the character dock, I open up the skeleton as well. Let's copy the thigh socket, and I'm going to find the thigh right here if I can find it, this one. Control V to paste it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to find the back socket. So over here, there is weapon back. I'm going to copy this one. And for the spine 3 again, I'm going to paste it and it will be correct for this one as well. So let's save everything and let us move on to the next lesson.